Imagine this: you are standing at the top of the mountain you've spent years dreaming about. Your mind is clear, your goals are achieved, and your confidence is an unshakable monolith. You turn around to share this triumph with those who swore to stay until the end. But behind you, there is only a hollow void and a cold, biting wind. You always believed the beautiful lie that success is a magnet for loyalty. You were told it would attract the best people to your side. They lied to you. In reality, true success is an acid. It dissolves every fraudulent social bond, leaving you in a deafening, almost physical silence. Everything you knew about friendship and brotherhood was an illusion built on the fragile foundation of your former weakness. You were one of them only because you weren't a threat. Your brain wasn't calibrated for the bitter truth. Your new strength is not an inspiration to them, it is a death sentence for their own mediocrity. Right now, as you listen to these words, someone in your inner circle is already sharpening a knife. Not because they are villains in a movie. They do it because you broke the unwritten law of the herd: be whatever you want, suffer, complain, but never dare to become truly better than us. We are here to destroy the most dangerous social myth, the idea that true friends are found in times of trouble. That is a trap for the naive. In trouble, people will gladly pity you. Your failure feeds their ego and makes them feel stable. The final test of a human being is not how they handle your grief, but how they handle your triumph. Your thinking must undergo a painful transformation. You must realize, loneliness at the top is not a glitch in the system. It is a mandatory tax on greatness. It is paid by every man who finds the courage to step out of line and walk his own path. Insight 1: The mirror of inferiority. Think of your oldest friend. For years, you complained together, drank cheap coffee, and built grand plans. But then you changed. You uprooted your old habits, brought iron order to your mind, and started producing results. To him, you are no longer a comrade. You are his living nightmare. You are a walking reminder of his own laziness and lack of realization. Every success you have hits his self-esteem harder than any direct insult. Your progress burns through his comfort zone, stripping him of his right to make excuses. This is the mirror effect. People don't hate you for your money or influence. They hate you because your example destroyed their favorite lie, the lie that nothing can be achieved anymore. Your mind became free, and that light blinds those who chose to settle in the dark. First, they will try to devalue your steps. You just got lucky, you've changed for the worse, you forgot where you came from. Understand, this is not criticism. This is an instinctive attempt to drag you back into the swamp so they can feel warm and safe next to the old you. Insight 2: Biological status quo. Your brain is an ancient organ designed for a rigid social hierarchy. In a primitive tribe, the sudden rise of one individual was a threat to the stability of the group. Modern psychology confirms, collective pressure is a natural mechanism to keep you in check. Your circle spent decades getting used to your old frame of value. They knew how to manipulate you, how to give wise advice, and how to feed their significance at your expense. When you gain true power, their old levers of control snap, causing them primal panic. This is crab mentality in action. When one crab tries to climb out of the bucket, the others grab his shell and pull him back down. They don't do it out of conscious hate, but out of animal instinct. Your radical transformation destroys their world, and they will not forgive you for it. Your communication with your old circle inevitably becomes a minefield. You can no longer discuss your goals because they sound like bragging to them. You no longer resonate on the same frequency. You've moved to a different biological wave, and the old radio only picks up static and noise. Insight 3: The loyalty vacuum. Imagine the moment you stopped being convenient. You no longer give out questionable loans, you no longer spend hours listening to their whining, and you no longer kill evenings with empty talk. From now on, you invest every second of your time into your own potential. In that moment, you will see your best friends vanish like morning mist. You will discover a terrifying thing: their loyalty was just a hidden form of payment for your accessibility. You were a resource, a background, or a shoulder to cry on. Once you raised the bar, they realized they couldn't reach it, and they chose to leave. This is your personal sovereignty filter. Real success is the most effective and fastest way to perform a general cleaning of your life and get rid of social parasites. Your emotions might be choking on a sense of betrayal right now, but your cold, analytical mind should celebrate this long-awaited disinfection. Most people are deathly afraid of losing their old circle because they fear standing in a vacuum. But look at the truth, you are already deeply alone. Being in a crowd of those who do not understand your path and secretly wish for your downfall, that is the most sophisticated and painful loneliness imaginable. Insight 4, the attraction of a new order. When you become truly strong, your old, flimsy relationships must collapse with a crash to clear the construction site for something more monumental. But be prepared, new, high-quality connections will not appear the next day. You will have to walk through the desert of isolation. It is in this icy desert that your genuine, steel confidence is forged. Here you undergo initiation, learning to lean exclusively on your own spine. Your brain undergoes a deep reconfiguration, getting used to operating in a mode of silence, high autonomy, and extreme concentration. This is called the incubation of greatness. You must endure this stage without succumbing to the temptation to take a step back. Your former comrades will come to you with offers to forget everything and just have a drink like the old days. Do not dare to yield to this trick. It is an attempt to return you to a state of decay. Your new, worthy circle will come not for your words or promises, but for your new energy and results. Strong people, like wolves, smell strength from a great distance. But to enter the circle of real lions, you must finally stop smelling like a sheep that is still looking for the herd's approval. Insight 5, the dark, just price of power. Your grand success demands bloody sacrifices at its altar. And the most painful sacrifice is your misplaced sentimentality. You must learn to perform the separation of people with surgical coldness if they have turned into ballast dragging your ship to the bottom. This has nothing to do with mindless cruelty. It is a matter of elementary hygiene for your mind. If you weakly leave in your inner circle those who sow doubt or secretly envy your victories, they will become that very microscopic crack in your armor through which you will be cold-bloodedly finished off at your most vulnerable moment. You are building your personal empire on a foundation of iron discipline and sometimes unpopular decisions. If this foundation contains rotten bricks from your convenient past, the entire building, no matter how many floors it has, will inevitably collapse on your head. Right now, you might feel sharp frustration and even anger. It hurts to accept the fact that the people you considered part of your soul are actually deeply sickened by your success. This is a bitter, sobering pill, but only it can finally cure you of dangerous childhood illusions. In this moment, a fundamental truth reaches you: the vast majority of your old friendships were just unions of shared misery. You weren't united by a common goal, but by common weakness, common complaints, and a common enemy. As soon as you became strong and the enemies vanished, this union lost all meaning and profit for them. The huge void in your contact list and the absence of incoming calls is not a symptom of your failure. On the contrary, it is the brightest sign that you have radically outgrown your former, cramped life. It is a clean, sterile space where your true, unhindered potential will finally begin to unfold. Your confidence is now fed not by the cheap praise of yesterday's acquaintances, but by your tangible, hard results. You no longer need external crutches or someone to confirm your significance. You yourself have become the sole source of value in your universe. Stop wasting time on pity for those who chose to stay at the foot of the mountain. Each of them had a fair chance to keep pace with you, but they consciously chose the comfortable sofa of their old grievances and small excuses. You do not and should not carry responsibility for their conscious unwillingness to grow and change. Right now, close your eyes and admit it: you simply outgrew this suit. Your former friends are old clothes that have become catastrophically small. They press under the arms and make it hard to breathe. Take them off. Throw them off your shoulders without the slightest sense of guilt. You need room for new wings. Your old, frightened mind will long whisper treacherous thoughts. Are you being too arrogant? This is your ancient fear of social rejection talking. Silence that voice with facts. You are not here to be a nice guy for everyone. You are here to become the sovereign of your life. Your new thinking is the thinking of a grandmaster and strategist. From now on, you choose allies exclusively based on their competencies, their reliability, and their own frantic drive toward their peak. You look for those who will give you an upward impulse, not those who will hang like dead weight on your ankles. Learn not just to endure, but to sincerely enjoy the silence of solitude. It is in this absolute silence that you will finally be able to hear your true, deep desires, which are no longer distorted by someone else's evaluative noise. Remember, authentic strength always requires silence and solitude for its crystallization. Your new, conscious relationships will be built on a foundation of deep respect for someone else's strength and a complete alignment of values. There will be no room for rotten rescuing, pity, or manipulation. It will be a union of equals and free units. This is the very synergy that changes the course of history. You no longer seek company to kill extra time with empty talk. Now you seek an environment that will help you conquer time and space. This is a radical, tectonic shift in your personal psychology that separates the masses from the elite. Yes, your further path will become much steeper, more dangerous, and more unpredictable. But didn't you dream of this during those years when you sat hopelessly at the bottom and looked enviously at the distant cold stars? Now you are one of those who reached them. And up here, completely different laws of gravity and honor apply. Always choose honest solitude over sweet and poisonous falsehood. Always choose the swift movement upward over stagnation in a circle of those who secretly dream of cutting your tendons. Your success is a great gift, and it is worth every price paid for it. Your potential becomes truly limitless only when it stops being artificially limited by someone else's complexes and fears. You will be amazed at how incredibly fast you begin to scale once you stop pouring your precious energy into, not hurting the feelings, of your weak acquaintances. You are finally stepping out of the shadow zone. You are no longer afraid of being too loud, too successful, or too different. You accept your otherness as a supreme gift and as the only way to leave your mark on this world. This path requires of you the ultimate courage, the courage to admit to yourself, I have changed. I am no longer one of them. I am a different species. And this admission will be your greatest and final victory over circumstances. The main dark secret of success is revealed today. Your personal peak was always designed strictly for one person. Everyone else is just temporary scenery and accidental fellow travelers who were needed by you at certain stages of your formation. You are no longer a hostage to outdated social habits or an imposed sense of duty. You are a free predator who defines the boundaries of his own territory and decides who he will honor with the right to enter his inner circle. Your attraction now works as a powerful magnet for other titans of spirit like yourself. Open your palms and look at them. They no longer hold the sweaty hands of those who convulsively pulled you back into the familiar swamp of mediocrity. Now your hands are free, and there is enough strength in them to firmly hold the scepter of your own great destiny. Stop apologizing to the world for your strength, for your scale, and your ambitions, or you will remain a pathetic slave to someone else's devouring weakness forever.